If you're interested in leaving your home country and moving to Mexico and you've been wondering what it's like to live in Mexican beach towns, then this is the video for you. We're going to be showing you two different beach towns in Mexico in the Nayarit Riviera, which is on the Pacific coast. One is more local to Mexicans. It's less developed. There are some Americans and Canadians there that are buying up land and building their own houses there. And another one is more well known to expats. So we're going to be showing you that one as well. That's actually the one that we're on right now, but you're going to have to watch the whole video to find out which one we're on.
Welcome to Entrepreneur Expat. On this channel, we talk about everything to do with moving overseas, establishing a life, and a location-independent source of income in another country. If that's something you're interested in, make sure to check out our Moving to Mexico guide right below this video, and also our Make Money from Anywhere guide, where we tell you exactly how to build a business so that you can live and work from anywhere in the world and actually enjoy your life instead of being tied to your home country.
And if you have any questions about creating an online business, moving to another country, moving to Mexico specifically, then you can book a call with us below and we'll be more than happy to answer your questions and point you in the right direction, because we've been building a network of people in real estate, lawyers, accountants, you name it. We've been on the ground doing the work for you to make your move overseas a whole lot easier.
And of course, make sure that you subscribe to our channel and hit that notification bell so that you don't miss a single video coming out. That is going to help you make the decisions you need to make to improve your life and live the lifestyle of an entrepreneur expat, just like we do in any country that you're interested in visiting all around the world. And also give this video a thumbs up, because it helps us out a lot with our goal of reaching 1 million entrepreneur expats and aspiring expats.
All right, now let's get to the video itself. It's going to be wild and crazy. There's going to be ups and downs. There's
Pickles
good,
and predicaments.
Pickles and predicaments. There's good, there's bad. We're answering a question that we see come up in the comments all the time as well. So without further ado, let's get into this whole beach adventure. Welcome to Los Ayala, Mexico. We decided to come out here for Thanksgiving weekend, do a little beach trip to the Nayarit Riviera, which is on the Pacific coast of Mexico. We are in Los Ayala, which is more known to Mexicans and locals, not really foreigners. It's a little bit more off the beaten path. We are here to chill and relax. We have a meeting in Bucerias on Saturday, which we're really looking forward to. Some real estate people who know the Nayarit area very well, so we'll be bringing you information on that. Okay, Justin's back from playing with Daisy, and they stopped the construction, so it seems like we can talk now. I was saying how what we're liking about Los Ayala is that it's not overrun by foreigners. It's definitely way more of a local vibe. It's not as overly developed as Puerto Vallarta, although some people like that about Vallarta.
Yep.
It doesn't seem to be much of a party town like Sayulita.
No, it's a more chill vibe here for sure. More relaxing. More of a local vibe, although we did meet some Americans earlier in our little gated community type of thing where we're staying at on this massive hill that was advertised as a 5-minute walk to the beach, but it was an hour and a half walk to the beach, or a 15-minute.
There we go again.
Or a 15-minute ride if you've got a 4x4 or an ATV.
Which goes back to...
Which is not a Lexus. Don't try to go up and down that hill in a Lexus. We got stuck. Very low rider.
But that goes back to it not being as developed. You're definitely going to need a 4x4 here. That is true.
No, I mean, you could, you know, an SUV is probably fine, but the clearance on those roads...
And the
in town, it's okay, but going up the hill where we were staying is, I mean, we got our car stuck twice. Yeah. Just going up. So that was interesting.
So we just decided to walk down the hill, or people have ATVs here.
Yeah.
To go up and down the hills. But the other thing I noticed that the water here is much calmer than Sayulita.
Yeah, and it's actually warmer too, I think. I just put my toes in, and Daisy loved it. She wanted me to keep throwing the ball, but I want to take care of her hips, because she's sometimes her hips hurt. So we didn't want to send her back in the water too much, even though she's She's excited and ready to go back in.
Yeah, because the
But-
water here seems more swimmable because Sayulita was a little rough, but Sayulita's more for surfing.
Yeah, but I still prefer the Caribbean beaches.
Oh,
If any beach
100%.
here, I'd
Yeah.
probably rather be in the Caribbean.
I would
so.
take the Caribbean over the Pacific any day.
Yeah, well, you're also from the Caribbean.
This is
You're
true.
a
I'm
you're a
biased.
Caribeña.
I am a Caribeña. I'm biased.
So.
Alright, we are staying somewhere up on that hill. So as you can see, it was quite a trek to get down to the beach. But it's a really small town and there's basically nothing going on. So we're like, okay, great. We'll just get our exercise for the day by walking up and down the hill to the beach. But yeah, our Airbnb is up on that hill somewhere.
Look at this shit. Look at that driveway. We bottomed out 4 times just going up the driveway. Holy This is the road. Get closer. Do a little zoom or something.
This is just the entrance here. This is the nice part of the road. This is like actually kind of paved, sort of. A palm tree.
Okay, right, let's go. Here we go. Okay, now we gotta go down this chingada.
Okay, so my car's gonna bottom out if I go straight to the left, so I have to do the same thing here, okay? Now I need to do another 3-point turn.
See, no cars here, just trucks like that guy.
Okay, let's do this very, very, very slowly. Another American. He had a look on his face like, sorry.
Oh, 5-minute walk to the beach, guys.
You guys over there?
5-minute walk to the beach. 5 days. Oh my goodness. Expectation versus, oh, this is a little sketchy. Expectation versus reality, familia. This is the 5-minute walk. This is just the start. We're only halfway down one of the hills so far. We haven't even gotten on the dirt and cobblestone road to go from the bottom of this hill into town. This is the nice part still. Oh, my goodness. To God, it's
There's the beach
easier.
over there. So
Easier at least going down than it was going up. Look at this right here. Look at the shit.
definitely not a 5-minute walk to the beach all the way over there.
Okay, so big thing. Jesus Christ.
There's a lot of construction going on here though.
Bro. Okay, Frey, just Frey. That's all we can do. 5 days. Really? But the other thing is sometimes if you go down too slowly, then you get stuck worse. So I don't know whether to like just cut it. Oh God.
It's like una montaña rusa.
Oh no. Oh no. All right, let's go really slow, Days. Here we go. This is a Lexus. This is a lowrider. This is not a car for this. Holy fuck. How are we gonna get over this? What the fuck? How did we get up this?
I don't know, but I would assume going down is easier than going up.
walking. I don't know about driving. Let's see. I fucking hope so. But I don't think insurance.
Is that where our American
That's where our
neighbors
American
were?
friends are.
Our American friends?
I don't think
no,
insurance.
these guys are the American friends.
Insurance in the U.S. doesn't cover off-roading. I don't think insurance in Mexico covers off-roading either, although a lot of the roads are not official roads. So,
well, the Americans who have property here, I think we just passed their house that we met them. They were telling us that the problem here in this particular area for the real estate,
one of many problems.
one of many,
Oh, okay.
is that
There's the ocean right back there.
right back there's the ocean. But one of the problems, and we're showing you guys the reality, right? We're showing you like what's really going on here, because sometimes you find real estate things or Airbnb things. Look, there's the property up there that we see it at for one night.
Oh, that one right there.
Up there, yeah.
Down the right.
But basically what happens sometimes is that the Americans were explaining to us, and they built here, they live here in the winter, but they were telling us that part of the issue is that people are not paying their like association fees and things like that, so then the roads don't get built, stuff like that. I mean, there is electricity here though, and running water, so I guess that's a plus, because we've seen some other areas that don't even have that.
Monkey? You're right, it's a palm tree.
By the way, we hiked this twice yesterday, just to time how much time it would actually take to walk to the beach.
It was an hour and 18 minutes.
It was an hour and 18 minutes, definitely not 5 minutes.
It was about an hour down.
Like was advertised.
Oh, this is where we got stuck.
That's where we got
Remember
stuck
that?
yesterday, yeah.
I guess that's like a bypass road or
That's
something?
where we thought we almost lost the car.
Yeah, well, we did almost lose the car.
Yeah.
We got to still get this car checked because there's something leaking.
So, I mean, it's a really pretty area. It's nice. You know, people, I guess, bought here, they built here, but you definitely need a truck, ATV, something like that. And you need to like beach life. I think part of the issue here is like we're realizing we don't like Mexican beach life.
Yeah.
Or at least we haven't been, I mean, at least on the West Coast, we have not been to a Mexican beach where we're like, oh yeah, totally, we would live here and spend most of our time here. We always end up back in the city. So I think that's also part of the issue. Also, other thing to keep in mind, we made it, we're exiting. Whoa, the car made it.
We're just exiting.
Well, we're exiting the gated
complex.
community. We're exiting the gated community, so we made it past that. But we also found a hotel that we walked by yesterday, which was half the price. They're letting Daisy come in, and it really is within walking distance of the beach. They had kitchens, they had beds, they had all that stuff. So we're like, why would somebody pay double the price to literally be so far away from the main attraction that you can't even walk to? And we could say a bunch of other things about the Airbnb and how inconvenient it fucking was, and we'll get into that because there's like business lessons here.
Is that
to learn.
Roberto? Or is that someone?
That's Roberto, that's our friend.
There's gonna be someone to give us a hard time.
Yeah.
Eh. This is the part just outside the gate of the complex where the roads actually get much worse, as you can see. At least it's not quite as hilly, but this is not navigable road for a car, really. I mean, it's covered in giant boulders and rocks, and if you're lucky, you'll only lose a tire. Oh, Jesus Christ! Lose a tire or something. But if you're unlucky, you can probably bottom out and just get stuck here and have to get towed out. Oh, my neck is killing me from this walking and driving in the bed there. So yeah, you gotta take it very, very slow. I don't know what happens if another car. Oh fuck! Honey, can you look underneath? Can I make that?
No, I would go on the side a little bit if I was you.
Don't. Yeah, okay. I'm trying.
I would not go in the middle like that if I was you. I would try and go as much on the side as you can.
Are you getting it?
Yeah.
I'm just getting it down. No, we have to go in the middle here. There's no choice.
We made it up somehow.
Well, this is just grass in the middle, so that's okay. Yeah, look at all these damn rocks. This
Okay, so the first 24 hours of our relaxing beach vacation / real estate R&D trip, not turning out so hot.
Yeah, I think we need a truck if we're
Not
exploring.
turning out so hot at all. However, we're very resourceful and we always find alternatives, and we're going to show them to you when we get to them. Oh, the other downside of being all up on that mountain is like there's no place to get food, which was not really.
There's no food. There's no stores.
There's
Nobody
no
will
stores.
deliver up there. No taxi will come up there.
Nobody delivers up there. So we were not told this when we rented out the Airbnb, which
They said, oh yeah, you guys should bring some snacks. Like, oh,
that's
okay,
it.
Yeah.
Right? So we had snacks, but we didn't have like full-on meals, not expecting that we were going to be stuck up there, basically. So that's the problem with Airbnbs and rentals and things like that, is there's no freaking consistency whatsoever, and it happens in every freaking country. The worst possible Airbnb experience we've ever had was actually in the United States. So it happens in every country, unfortunately. It's either people who know how to manage them or people who don't.
They're still not even off of the dirt road.
And in this case,
Look at this.
Yeah, that's pretty bad.
They're still on.
In this case, they
my
definitely
God.
did not really know how to manage it or manage expectations or communicate or anything. So even though it had a spectacular view and it was spacious, that's not enough to make up for not good service, having to work so much as a guest, being super far
Did you even tell them
away.
about the water heater thing?
Oh, that
And
we
how
had to
everything
turn the
was
water heater
unplugged?
on and on? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're gonna have to do another segment just on how to actually manage expectations in business and communicating with customers and things like that, because I think they're banking on a view, but that view
No,
is
I
not
think
enough.
They just don't know what the hell they're doing.
Or they don't know what they're doing, but that's not enough to keep someone around if the service is not great and the guests have to work so much. Oh, there's the hotel right there
Yeah. Okay.
that we're going to be staying at.
Cool.
We're moving to the new hotel, which feels a lot better because we don't have to hike up a mountain. It has Wi-Fi. It's a new hotel, so it's like barely open, and we just happened to walk right by it yesterday while we were hiking down the mountain trying to get to the beach. So we're back on the beach.
I should be getting a massage there in like 2 hours.
Yeah, you should be getting a massage.
Much needed massage.
And then we're gonna actually try and see if we can actually make it into the water. What's your view on Los Ayala now that we've spent a little bit more time here and not in chaos? We've been like chaos first 24 hours.
Well, it's a very local vibe for sure. So if you want like a very authentic Mexican experience, like with the just like families and loud music coming from 17 different angles.
People selling you something every 5 seconds.
And if you want to have a headache in places you didn't know you had, I mean, that's the cons, I guess. But the pros are,
Well, it's cheaper than probably a lot of places
yeah.
in the hotels in town, not,
I mean,
not the Airbnb.
it's a more authentic experience. That's all I could say. So
Yeah.
sure, try it once in your life. I've just been to a lot of fucking Mexican beaches, and I have not seen anything life-shattering here. And I'm also still, what's the word? Having the trauma response from everything we've been through in the last 24 hours. So there's that.
Yeah, but things are finally calming down. That's good. Crisis averted. We made it down the mountain.
We were able to remotely troubleshoot our cat feeder.
Yep.
Even though we have people coming to feed our cat, we had some like emergency food in there in the cat feeder, but the Wi-Fi wasn't working and the solar power wasn't working because there was something wrong with the outlet. So we had the person that was doing there help us troubleshoot it. So now we have the camera working on that cat feeder and the feeder thing, and we're a little bit more at
Relaxed.
peace.
We're a little more relaxed.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not stuck in an Airbnb at the top of the mountain with no food nearby and trying to figure out how to get the car up and down on really bad roads. So we solved that problem in the last 24 hours. And we figured out how we're gonna get to Bucerias tomorrow.
We're gonna drive there on flat ground.
I know, but we were like, we only got one shot to get down this mountain. When are we gonna use it?
They don't need to know that.
I will say, out of all the, you guys know if you've been to Mexican beaches, people are selling stuff all the time. One thing, I want to show you guys something that caught my attention. Look at this cantarito, how beautiful, how stunning. Hand painted. Hand painted. This is the only thing that's caught my attention. That and, what were they, like tapetes? They were like, hand-sewn tapestries from Oaxaca that were just absolutely stunning as well. So artisanals in Mexico are always top-notch and beautiful. And we were talking to this guy, he does custom orders. So we're like, what if we could partner up with that guy, make mugs for Entrepreneur Expat that are hand-painted, very typically Mexican, and then sell those as merch. So we're figuring that out with the guy who makes these. All right, babe, what did you order?
It's zarandeado. I don't know what that means, but it's the fish with the little teeth. I don't know. It's good though. I like it.
That's good. Daisy seems to want some.
Want to try some? You like it? All right.
Yeah, bye. Okay, we made another purchase from the vendors. What are you wearing, my love?
This is a handmade, I think it's cotton. Looks like cotton. Well, yeah, it must be. From Oaxaca. Hand sewn. Very, very cool design.
Very cool, handmade.
Ooh, chair's falling. Chair's
Is it
falling.
falling? Uh-oh.
Yeah, these chairs are half stable. They're not.
But
They're not up to standards here.
This
Okay.
is handmade in Oaxaca with the little deep things. Okay, so hold on, it's the camote thing. If you don't know what that noise is, it's to get camote, which is like a sweet potato dessert kind of thing. It's pretty good. Anyway, we finally had a few hours to chill out after the Airbnb mess, and then moving to another hotel, and then cat feeder, cat sitter situation. Everything's fine with the cat. We got it all sorted out. She's good. We can watch her on a camera. We can feed her automatically. She's got humans checking in on her. She's fine. She's good. But we had a little situation where all our devices went offline. So that was a little stressful this morning. But we finally got a chance to just chill and go to the beach, have a couple drinks, food, and enjoy this. Okay, I wanted to address something really important that keeps coming out in the comment section and in our emails and Entrepreneur Expat, and I'm sure soon to be Instagram DMs, which is a lot of you are saying that you want to move overseas, but your significant other does not. Now, I'm going to be so freaking honest with you guys about this, because if you're plan on living in multiple countries, if you plan on doing big things, if you plan on traveling a lot, there's a lot of stuff that comes with it. We call it pickles and predicaments, like the Airbnb mess this morning, or the devices going offline and needing to coordinate with pet sitters and having to move to another hotel. And that's like not even that bad. The first year that we were living in other countries, it was a lot more chaotic. We just weren't filming at that time. You need to be partnered with somebody who's down. Okay? You just do. And that includes travel, that includes business, that includes life. So a lot of you have been asking about that. Yeah, make sure you're partnered with people who can deal with adventure if what you want is adventure. Here he is coordinating with the cat sitter. What were you saying earlier, my love, about Mexican beaches where you don't have to go out looking for anything because everything just comes to you?
Yeah, you need cervezas, you need pie de queso, like cheesecake, you need cute little mugs that we're going to customize for Entrepreneur Expat.
A shirt, you bought a shirt.
I bought the shirt, actually. This was only 250 pesos. It's hand sewn. It's really nice.
We got those actually on the road to Tequila, the little tequila.
The bag.
Actually, it's got water in it now.
Yeah,
but
this has got water in it, not
those
tequila.
are cool.
Although we did buy a smaller one that said Tequila Mexico, and we didn't realize when we bought it that there was tequila in it, but...
But I'm sure glad there was, because we very much needed it to get through the last day. Goodness.
Are you feeling better now that things are more chill? We changed hotels, cat's good, everybody's
Cat's
good.
good, cat feeder is working successfully.
Car's okay.
Car's okay, we got the Wi-Fi's fixed, we got the power fixed, everything is todo bien. Todo
I
bien.
was saying in the last clip that people are saying that their significant others are not down with them moving abroad, and I was
You
like,
are so down. You are a down ass bitch, Amanda.
so what do you have to say to that? Because I'm like, you better find somebody who's down, because not just traveling, but you know, business, life, all that stuff. You better find someone who's down, because a lot of like hiccups happen when you're traveling and stuff like that. So what do you
Yeah.
have to say to that? Because we get that all the time in the comments.
Well, either you have to make sure that that thing is not actually a priority for you, or you're probably looking for another person. Because if moving overseas and living this lifestyle, the good and the bad, is on your cards and you're really serious about it, and that's actually something that's important to you, just like any other priority that you might have in life, that's something that's really important to you, you either need to honor that for yourself or let go of it as a priority, because otherwise you're just going to be miserable and you're going to be sacrificing your life to make yourself conform to being a person that you're really not, just so that you can be with someone else. And that's horrible. That's not a good way to live. And here we have a little crepe place where you can get crepes and waffles and all that. Kind of neat. And there's a bunch of other hotels and stuff here. Whoa. There you go. Huh?
I think this is the main drag.
Yep. Well, it's not really this way, but yep, this is where all the little shops, and there's some other hotels and stuff here.
Lots of hotels.
There's some restaurants.
I think the main roads are here.
Uh-huh. This is one of the main roads for sure. Look, you can buy shoes, honey. If we have to climb another mountain.
No, we're not climbing anymore. We're done with them.
Yep. Just in case you decide to get us another Airbnb up top of a mountain. Right?
Alright guys, so we are now at the hotel that we moved to from the Airbnb. I think after this trip, this is like the third or fourth. What Airbnb experience is this that we have that isn't so great? Like the fourth one?
It's the fourth one, yeah.
In different countries too, not just Mexico. So we're like, I think we're done with Airbnbs and we're just gonna do hotels from now on. So we found this cute hotel while walking. It's off the beaten path a little bit. We just, it's off the beaten path a little bit. And I'm gonna show it to you guys so you get an idea of what's available in Los Ayala. Okay, so here's the kitchen area. Please don't mind the mess. We had to like move really quickly. There's a little talavera I bought at the beach. Here's the kitchen. We have a functioning fridge. We have an actual stove, not that induction bullshit. An actual stove for cooking. And then of course we have all this up here. How are you feeling about this new place in comparison to
Much better.
Much better, right?
Much better.
Yeah,
We're stranded at the top of the mountain.
Yeah, definitely felt like we were stranded at the top of the mountain. Did not feel good. Oh, that's the other, I don't even know what you call that, a canteen that we bought on the side of the road. That one was filled with tequila. Okay, and then we have AC, very important in the beach towns. We just switched the mattresses on this bed because the one in the master was more comfortable, so we could sleep right under the AC. Our luggage. That's my viejita bag, the Mexican mom bag, as they call it. And then this would be the master. We're not sleeping in here because we really want AC, but we just switched the mattress here. But ideally, this mattress is here. This is the master, very cute. We have closets, it's pretty spacious. And then here we have after. I wanted to show you guys before we completely use it and make a mess in here. So again, pretty decent, pretty good. They have towels here. We had to bring our own freaking towels to the Airbnb, but no, this hotel has towels. So yeah, we feel a lot more comfortable here. It's like off the beaten path, but much closer to the town center and the beach. So we don't feel so isolated and like we can't get food if we need it. We are interrupting this Mexican beach town reality show to do a shameless plug right now. So, as you guys have seen in the other clip, we've been dealing with some stressful situations since we got to the beach. It just happens sometimes when you travel, and that's life. However, one of the things that we're super grateful for is the fact that our online business kept running on autopilot while all of this was going on. So while we were dealing with Airbnb situations, while we were dealing with pet sitter situations, while we were dealing with all our systems at home going down, our business kept running. Leads were still finding us. Payments were still being run automatically from clients. Sales leads were being followed up with automatically. So one thing that we were not worried about this whole time, which feels really good, was the money and business, because it was all being handled on autopilot. So if you're listening to this and either you need to figure out your own online business and location independent business, or maybe you already have a business but you need to figure out how to bring it online or automate more of it so you can enjoy more of the travel lifestyle, make sure to book a call with us below so we can show you exactly how we can help you make this happen. So whether you're traveling the world and enjoying Mexican beaches, or you're just dealing with life stuff like we were this weekend, at least you don't have to worry about how you're making money. Top of the morning to you guys. We just left Los Ayala. We're doing a day trip into Bucerias to meet a colleague of ours who does, she built a house in Bucerias, and then she also helps people with moving to Bucerias. So we're going to a lunch meeting and we're going to check out Bucerias because it looks really cool on YouTube and I've been wanting to check it out. How are you feeling this morning? We got to sleep like 10 hours finally.
I'm feeling a little bit more humid today than I did yesterday.
More humid, yeah.
Yesterday I didn't even feel dog like Daisy. Today I'm feeling slightly more humid.
Yeah, so we're gonna take you guys along for the ride and show you Bucerias as well.
I guess this is Bucerias.
This is Bucerias. We've made it.
Nobody informed them we were coming, so they haven't fixed the roads yet.
Well, we've got like a good hour, I think, right? To just explore a little. All right, we made it to Bucerias. First impressions, my love?
This seems a lot nicer. There's like paved roads here for the most part, and a lot of, definitely more tourists, more like Western tourists. And I hate to say it, but the beaches here with all the expats and the gringos and everything are
better run.
In terms of like developed towns, this is much more of a vibe. Even Sayulita, I think, was more of a vibe than Los Ayala.
Yeah.
Los Ayala is like, you go there to get drunk and party and listen
with your family.
Listen to banda.
Yeah, I mean, I will say that, I don't know about Bucerias because mostly we've just seen retirees at this point, so we don't know yet. We're about to go look. But Sayulita is a party town, so some people may not like that. And then Los Ayala is a party town, but it's like Mexican family party town. It's not like, let's go get wasted party town like Sayulita. And then we're gonna see what Bucerias is while we're here, and we'll let you guys know. Alright guys, we made it to the beach. We made it to where we're going to be eating as well, meeting a friend here. So first impressions on the beach in Bucerias, much quieter in terms of like noise level and all that stuff. Again, I just see foreigners everywhere, not many Mexicans. However, right, if we're gonna compare it to Los Ayala, Los Ayala is definitely a lot more swimmable than Bucerias, which we knew that. We knew that Los Ayala was one of the more swimmable beaches on the west coast in Mexico, and it's apparent. This one's definitely got a lot more wave and current to it, not as many people in the water. And also, as you can see, just like way, way, way more developed, which could be a pro or a con, depending on your preference. All right, so we just finished lunch. We went to a place called Karen's Place, which is right on the beach. So good. We met up with our new friend, Shasta Townsend, who lives here in Bucerias with her husband. They built property here. They're real estate agents here. So they were letting us know like what the deal is in this part of Mexico. You'll see her on the YouTube channel very soon. And she told us where we can go find coffee. But so far, we are loving Bucerias. It's super cute. There's so many cute like shopping places everywhere. So far the food has been phenomenal, and we have been told that although the beach is a little bit rough today, it's not usually that rough. So far Bucerias, thumbs up. Right, so we were having a chat with Shasta and her husband. They moved here 3 years ago. They moved down here to Mexico from Canada, and we were all talking about how this whole like helping people move to other countries, expat lifestyle, digital nomad, is how it's all just kind of like blown up and happened very organically, because with Shasta, it was the same thing. She just basically shared that she's in Mexico. She had to navigate all the stuff here, and now she helps people do that, like in the Bucerias area, and got her real estate license and all that. And it was the same with us. We were just sharing, hey, here's our life. Here are the questions that you guys are asking, and like, whoosh, turns into a whole other revenue stream. So it's just happening very organically because A, it's actually our lives, and we're sharing it, but also because Americans and Canadians are tired of what is going on in their countries and the high taxes that they're paying, and they feel like they're not getting very much for it. So they're looking at alternatives, and Mexico happens to be one of those alternatives. These are quite good. This was recommended to us by Shasta because we were looking for a little pick-me-up. She's correct. Very good coffee.
I'm gonna get another one.
All right, my love, thoughts on Bucerias versus Los Ayala versus Sayulita versus all these beach towns on the West Coast?
I actually like Bucerias the most so far out of, well, definitely between this and the other like small towns that we've been to, like Sayulita. Although Sayulita's definitely more of a large town now. I guess it's been growing a lot. But Bucerias is clean. There's infrastructure here. There's cell phone service. There's really good service at the restaurant so far from what I've seen. I like the beach a lot nicer. It's nicer, it's quieter, it's calmer, it's cleaner. There's not like 6 different loudspeakers competing for your attention, or vendors on every single corner trying to sell you something and walk by you with blankets and this and that.
The food was excellent too.
The food was excellent. I just, like, personally, to visit, okay, this is really cool, and maybe if you really like the heat, like, maybe it's more your vibe.
Or if you can't live without a beach.
Yeah, like, you really have to be by the beach. I would say it's not a bad option, especially if you don't speak Spanish. There's probably options more off the beaten path that are both not a Mexican beach town, like a small town like Los Ayala, where it's just a beach party town, and are also not a gringo-filled town like here in Bucerias or Sayulita or even Vallarta or somewhere else, because these places have been taken over by
by our people. So there's probably, if you want to just live like kind of more off the grid, there's definitely good options up and down the coast here because the beaches are really nice, at least comparatively, like for the Pacific coast, right? Obviously, Caribbean beaches are a lot better unless you need to surf. But that's a whole other topic. But it's not bad. Like if you don't speak Spanish, if you want an expat community, if you mainly want to be around other like foreigners and tourists and people, this would probably be a good city, a good town to live in. It's not my vibe personally.
I think you've given up on beaches.
I've kind of given up on beach towns. Like I really love the beach. I think if anything, like maybe somewhere in the Caribbean, like Caribbean Mexico or even Belize or like maybe South America somewhere.
Dominican Republic's making
like
right now.
like somewhere even in the Caribbean, like a Caribbean island, maybe for at least part of the year, like a little pied a terre, if you will, for a couple months a year, during the nice time, like December right now. But even here, it's almost December, and it's hot. Like it's not unbearable, but it's like hot and
But in the
super
summer, this
humid.
would be absolutely unbearable.
Yeah, and
In
people
fact,
even,
it is.
if you're trying to like save money and live on the beach, like you got to remember too, if you're planning on running your air conditioning, we just talked to some people who, they said, yeah, like on average in their house, they were spending, I think in US dollars, it was like $200 to $300 a month or more during the summer. So like you're gonna be paying, I mean, even if you can find a house here for rent for under $1,000, you're gonna be paying 30% of your rent in electricity just to keep all those. No, actually more, because that was with 12 solar panels. So it probably, if they were actually running at the same amount of time, it probably would have been like closer to $500 or $600.
What did you learn about real estate in Bucerias during our real estate meeting at lunch?
Well, first of all, you really need to have people that you can trust, like our friends in Itzatlan, like our friends here that we're going to introduce you to in Bucerias, and a bunch of others that we're meeting and vetting and learning about their businesses and what they're doing. Because it's kind of still the wild, wild west out here. There's people, for example, that will try to sell you land that they can't really sell you, that's like ejido or protected land, where they might have the rights to the land, but they can't actually sell it. There's a lot of different kind of restrictions. There's a lot of different things. Gracias. Muchas gracias.
About dessert.
Yeah. That looks very delicious.
It does.
We're going to try that little roll de canela soon. So there's a lot of different rules. There's a lot of regulations. It's also the Wild West. Up until this point, you have not actually needed to be certified in real estate at all to sell real estate in Mexico, but they're finally starting state by state to crack down on that. So I think Amanda and I...
Thank God, because we
Yes.
complain about how there's too much regulation in the United States and
There's not enough regulation
But
here.
in Mexico, there's like not enough regulation at all, and it's one of those weird things that you have to figure out how to balance, because it's like you said, one of the difficult things about Mexico is anybody could be a real estate agent.
Exactly.
In Mexico, we've had horrible experiences with some real estate agents.
Mm.
Is it good?
Delicious.
Okay, we've had horrible experiences with some real estate agents, and we've also had some spectacular experiences with real estate agents, which I guess is the same anywhere. It's just Mexico has the added complication that up until very recently, you didn't really have to be licensed to sell real estate.
Exactly. And here, finally, they are starting to require those licenses. So I think Amanda and I are going to work on getting our real estate licenses, not just so that we can sell real estate. I'm sure we'll be doing that, but so that we can learn about all of the laws and regulations and how to do it right. And maybe to save money on some of the commissions, depending on where we are. Like in Guadalajara, we'd rather buy and list and sell ourselves, be able to have an additional income stream from that, but more importantly, like know what's actually going on with real estate, get access to the MLS, not necessarily...
Because that's the other thing, is there isn't really MLS in Mexico. Like there is, but there isn't.
Nationally, there is not, but there are some MLSs that are forming. So
Yeah, but at the same time, that's like massive opportunity for anybody who wants to invest in Mexico or who wants to do real estate in Mexico. Like now is really the time to get in, because this stuff they're just getting their shit together in this department, which is usually the time people want to go in.
Exactly. This is a golden opportunity. I mean, of course, the best time to invest in somewhere like Mexico would have been 10 years ago, but the second best time is right now.
Yeah.
So that's what we're looking at doing as well.
so we're ending our day here in Bucerias. We're gonna get there before heading back to our bungalow in Los Ayala, and we like Bucerias. It's got like a Vallarta vibe, but not as big and crazy as Vallarta. So if you're like, Vallarta's too much for me, but I like the vibe, but it's a little too much for me, then maybe Bucerias is good for you. Full of foreigners and expats. It's like little America and little Canada here. So if you don't mind that, then that could be a good spot for you too. There's good shopping, there's good food. Obviously, the ocean behind me is beautiful. Justin and I were like, yeah, we think we're city people, at least for Mexico. It seems like we're city people. Other countries, it might be a different story. But we hope you guys enjoyed this adventure with us when we took you to some beach towns over on the Pacific coast. If there's anywhere else that you want us to check out for you, scope it out for you, just let us know in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. Make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, and we'll catch you guys on the next one.